Good morning and welcome back to the channel. Thank you so much for being here. The songs that came through this morning for the reading, let's see, were Caitlin Smith, Put Me Back Together. You're Somebody Else by Flora Cash. And then that song, What Would You Do by Seether. And it seems like there was one more, but it's not coming to mind for some reason. Anyway, those were the main ones. There was one more besides Put Me Back Together. And I cannot remember what it was. Maybe it'll come to me as the reading progresses. I'm very excited about our new cards. I'm going to have to do some learning in order to use the ones that I'm the most excited about, because they are actually called the Runic Tarot, and it's a combination of runes and tarot in one, and I'm so excited to learn the depth of these cards. They're beautiful cards, but I don't understand the rune part of it. That's the part that I want to understand, and I want to understand how they combine. But it's an interesting book. I started reading it this morning, and I cannot wait. I'll probably spend the most of today trying to learn and understand that book. Holy Spirit, can you please lead, guide, and direct me? Can you please protect us, connect us, and keep us from any negative energy that might try and come against the reading? I have had a lot of negative energy trying to come against my life lately. People are incredibly two-faced. And God knows and sees all and always has our back. We don't have anything to worry about. But when you do things spitefully or to intentionally hurt someone or to get an advantage over somebody because of them struggling, there will be no advantage. There will be no advantage. And you will reap what you've sown. And if you're sowing lies and sowing bullshit, that's what you're going to reap. And to come against one of God's elect, one of those who God has chosen to be a light worker, if that doesn't frighten you, it should. It really should. But anyway, some of us are hard-headed and we have to learn things the hard way. But as you can see, there is a little negative energy this morning, but I don't doubt it. With everything that I've had going on in my life, it's just been incredible. I mean, incredible. And one day I might tell you about it, but right now I'm just not ready. You know, y'all know how I am. I'll tell you about it when I'm ready. I have to have time to process things myself. But it's the last month has been incredibly difficult for me. And it's really shown me who I can and cannot depend on when it comes right down to it. There are certain people in our life that call themselves our friends, and they are not our friends. They're just using us for what they can get out of us. And I don't know where all this is coming from or where this is going or if it's even part of the reading, but it makes me sick to my stomach to think about the things that I've seen lately. There's also been an incredible amount of beauty that I have seen lately. People have really shown me how much they do care about me. And some of them have surprised me. It's been people I had no idea. I actually had a guy the other day to message me, and he told me that he's been watching me since June on social media, and I don't even go on social media hardly ever except for YouTube. And he didn't know, he said he didn't know I had a YouTube channel. But he's been watching me on Facebook, and I'm very seldom ever on Facebook. And he was such a sweetheart and was talking about how I said, you know, that's a long ways away. And he was like, it's not too far, you know, like there's airplanes and there's travel, you know, there's that kind of thing. And I thought to myself, you are such a sweetheart. And to watch somebody for that long. And he just said that he finds it hard to find people who legitimately care about him and they don't just want to use him. So I don't know what they want to use him for, but I don't want to use anybody for anything. If I can't get it myself, I don't need it. And I can, in fact, get it myself. I had a phone call yesterday for a job opportunity. I'd have to move, of course, and leave Miss Mary, but I would be making more than twice as much as I make now. And so, you know, with everything considered, with, you know, my husband's death and now having to figure out what to do with my home and that sort of thing, you know, that's a real consideration that I have to start thinking about. It might be time for me to leave. And God knows I can't handle another death. I can't. Losing Miss Mary would be, it would just be too much for me. Like, I don't know if I could survive another death. It would just kill me. Miss Mary and I have become so close, and we love one another so much. And the thought of losing her, even the thought of it, just devastates me. Anyway, I don't want to talk about it anymore. Let's just say that God has a plan, and He is going to show me what that plan is for sure. I'm going to put a little bit of passion oil on here, and I'm going to put a little, some magnolia oil. I don't know what that's for, but let's try it. Try it and see what happens. I love magnolias, don't you? I think they're the most beautiful trees ever. This is peace oil. We definitely need peace, don't we? This world needs peace, this entire universe. And then we have the forgiveness oil. Let's definitely put some forgiveness oil on. And God, please forgive me of any ill feelings that I have towards those who have tried to hurt me in any way, and help me to be a bigger person. Thank you. Alright, so let's get started. For some reason today I'm wanting to start with this new book I got. It's called You Need to Hear This, and it's 365 days of silly, honest advice that you need right now. Have you ever needed an encouraging word from someone who's been there? A too real observation from your bestie? A calm voice to center your thoughts? Open this book of 365 answers to reveal what you need to hear right now. Okay, so let's see. Let's see what Spirit has to say. What do we need to hear right now, Spirit? What does the collective need to hear right now? Focus on progress, not perfection. And then it says, press pause. Press pause. Focus on progress, not perfection. And press pause. So for some reason, you're focusing too much on perfection and not seeing how much progress you've made. So maybe it's time to pause things for a moment and to reflect over how much you have achieved. There's another page opening. Let's see what it is. The same page. Press freeze. Press freeze. No. Yeah. Press pause. Why did I say press freeze? Press pause. Press pause and focus on progress, not perfection. Progress, not perfection. So don't be too hard on yourself. You're making progress. It may not seem that way sometimes, but if you look back at where you were a year ago, think about how far you've come in a year. My God, look at myself and look at how far I've come in a month. I mean, things change quickly sometimes, but sometimes things just plug along and it feels like you're not making any progress. But it's not about being perfect. It's about not giving up. Press pause. I don't know what press pause is about, but you're making progress, not perfection. And some of us feel like we haven't done enough, and it's because we're not at the end of the story yet. We're still in the middle of the story. Okay, Spirit, let me shut up. Help me, Spirit. What virtues are you working on? I'd like to get a reading, a daily message for the collective, if I may, please. Wisdom, contentment, and joy. Wisdom, contentment, and joy. With perseverance and generosity. So generosity overall. It's nice when we're generous, isn't it? And it's especially nice when others are generous to us. Giving what we have so others see God's love or feel God's love. So somehow be generous. This is about being generous. It's about having wisdom, being content, having joy, and never giving up, persevering. This sounds like a Sagittarius message right out the gate. I'm here to use the red deck for the overall tarot of the message, and that's what we're going to do. Spirit, how are you working in this collective for the daily message right here? For spiritual growth, how are you working? How are you working in the collective in our spiritual growth? Let's flip all the way over. May I see, please, how you're working? Thank you. That's a lot of cards. A lot of cards, Spirit. Death in reverse. The World. Temperance. The Sun. The High Priestess. And the Wheel. Wow, that's a lot of cards. And then we have the Star in reverse on the bottom of the deck. Alright, so let me tell you what I see here. I see death. I see Scorpio. I see a Scorpio here that's in reverse for some reason. There's a Scorpio here, and there's a transformation that needs to happen, and it's not happening for some reason. So for some reason, it didn't transform, but it's at the end. You've come full circle. It's like nothing ever changes. I'm at the end of this because nothing ever changes. And then we have patience. We have Sagittarius. So we have Scorpio. We have Taurus. We have Sagittarius. We have Aries, Leo, and Sagittarius. Most people say the Sun is Leo, so let's call it Leo. We have the High Priestess in reverse, which is Cancer. Cancer, Pisces, or Scorpio. I don't know why I said Cancer, but I'm going to stay with my original thought, which is it's probably a Cancer. And then we have Leo, Aquarius, Cancer, and what's the other one? Leo, Aquarius, Cancer. Why can't I think of the other one? And Taurus. We have Taurus here twice. So what I see is something that it's in the process of change or hasn't changed. And there's something ending because something hasn't changed. And you're being very self-controlled and very patient about this, even though you're very unhappy. And your intuition is not working for some reason. But when your intuition, when your high priestess is paired with a wheel, it's usually because spirit has you blocked. Spirit's blocked your intuition from knowing what's going to happen with this wheel, because this wheel is going to cause a hopeless situation. I'm not quite sure what to make of all this yet. I hope I haven't pulled too many cards. Spirit says you haven't. You're doing just fine. Keep going. Alright, let's pull an energy oracle and see what comes out. And how did you guys like the clarity tarot that we used yesterday? I thought they were pretty awesome myself. Alright, we have your crown chakra, the 7th chakra, which is Archangel Uriel, and healer of the ages. And it was strange to me how out of that box with the clarity tarot, there was a page that wasn't meant to be in there that was about bone cancer. And I did a little research on that, and it's typically something that's found in children. And 3 out of 4 people who have that actually can be cured if it hasn't spread to other places. So if you even suspect that somebody has bone cancer, have them treated immediately. We have healer of the ages and yin and yang, masculine and feminine. And we have anxiety and healer of the ages. So somebody may be worried about being sick. Alright, let's see what's going on here. Spirit, what would you say to the collective today out of this day? What's the thing we need to think about? Number 22, yin and yang, came out with the garden and the gate. Everything's upright so far right now. Number 22, yin and yang, passive, active, intuitive, and logical. This card represents energetic life cycles, and its purpose is to help you identify the particular cyclic energy moving into and out of your experience. In its upright top position, it heralds a yin cycle where most of the action seems to be happening under the surface of things. This is the time of great receptivity, intuition, and gestation. External circumstances may be forcing you to go within and examine examine present activity. It's an especially good time for completion, so wrap things up. Yin cycles often call you to be passive, yielding, and reflective. So open up to those sides of yourself. Being more than acting is the intention here. Being more than acting is the intention here. I'm not sure I understood what was being said there. Forgive me, but I'm going to read it again. So we know that yin is the feminine side, right? And yang is the masculine, I believe is the way it goes. It says, This card represents energetic life cycles, and its purpose is to help you identify the particular cycle of energy moving into and out of your experience. In its upright position, it heralds a yin cycle where most of the action seems to be happening under the surface of things. This is a time of great receptivity, intuition, and gestation. External circumstances may be forcing you to go within and examine present activity. It's an especially good time for completion, so wrap things up. Yin cycles often call you to be passive, yielding, or reflective, so open up to these sides of your nature. Being more than acting is the intention here. So being, right now you want to just be. Instead of being busy and active, Spirit's saying, I want you to simply be. I want you to think about whatever's going on with you. Take some time to go within and to think about what is going on with you. It's not the time right now to be busy and active and trying to get things done, okay? Because that would be the yang part of ourselves. The masculine part of ourselves tries to get things done. The feminine side of ourselves is the one that's creative. They are introspective. They are the ones who are the birth givers. They bring life into the world. They make the world more beautiful. But right now, you are in a yin cycle, okay? So while you're in this yin cycle, you need to take some time to be introspective and to think about what's happening to you. Number 22 is the card number. And then number 30, I hope I'm telling you that right. It'll come together in a minute. Give it a minute. Number 30. The garden and the gate. Abundant prosperity and staying safe. This card shows a peaceful young woman in a beautifully blossoming garden with colored flowers all around. However, the gate to the road outside the garden is locked, while the girl wears a key on the chain around her neck. This card upright bodes well for the financial scene. In fact, there may be a lot of money or other personal pleasures coming your way at this time. But be aware, the choice to stay in the seemingly security of this lovely garden may actually be motivated by habit or a fear of the unknown. The beauty is enticing and worth enjoying, but you may not be giving the spirit the freedom to roam. While it's fine to amass a great deal of wealth, don't let it keep you from your karmic path and from living your truth. You have the choice to you have the choice to shift your focus, widen your spiritual perspective, and gain the world that is just outside your gate. So, what I see here is somebody who is in a cycle of life where they need to be still. Didn't the page in the book say hit pause? Press pause? I think it said press pause. What did it say, Spirit? Press pause. focus on progress, not perfection, and press pause. So right now we need to press pause. We need to stop being busy and stop and take a look at how far we have come. And we are, in fact, we are at the gate of the garden of prosperity. And we can stand here and we can observe how beautiful it is. The gate's locked, but the key to the gate is on her neck. And some of us have a gate to this beautiful kingdom, but we're too afraid to venture outside of this tiny little spot that we're at. You're stuck because of fear in this tiny little spot. And Spirit's saying you're in a yin cycle right now. Right now is not the time to be doing a lot. It's the time to just be. And you're about to come in, you're about to come into abundance. You're about to come into a lot of financial abundance, a lot of it. Generosity. You're going to have somebody be generous to you, or you're going to be generous to them. I want to find out more about this. Talk to me, Spirit, about this abundance that this girl at this garden in the gate. Talk to me about more about this. What do we need to know about this yin cycle in the garden in the gate? What does the collective need to know about the yin cycle? I had to reach for this one. It was on the floor. The one that was on the floor was called Growing Up. Alright, we have 4 cards here. This is what we need to know about being in the yin cycle and being at this gate, this garden in the gate. This is a little girl, okay? So for some of us, they might be children that we have that are growing up, and maybe they have financial money coming from somewhere. It says, relying on others to help you or hoping to be saved. This is what it means to grow up. Relying on others to help you or hoping that somebody will save you. Hear your wounded inner child and get ahead in your career. Your inner child is taking the wheel and engaging in childish behaviors. So somehow growing up is a factor, and I had to reach for that. That one was on the floor. What came out on the table is your spirituality. Your spirituality came out. It came out in reverse. I don't really read reversals in this deck, but it did come out in reverse. And leadership came out with it. So you are a leader spiritually. And also, real estate came out upright. So somehow, spiritually, you're in leadership, or you're a spiritual person. You're in leadership, and it has something to do with real estate and growing up. That's what this is about. That's what Spirit's saying that this is about, being in this yin cycle. You're like this little kid that's at this gate of this beautiful garden, and you're like, I really want to go in that garden, but I'm too scared to open to take the key off and unlock the door, because what if there's something in there that's scary? Well, you have these fears. What if I get lost? What if? But something is going to inspire you to take a risk. You've got to take a risk in order to find out what's in that gate. And it has to do with your spirituality, your leadership, your real estate, and growing up. Okay? That's what Spirit is indicating here. Alright, now, I want to try and find out a little bit more about how this happened. Spirit, how can I find out more about how this happened? I want to find out why death is here. Let's find out. We're going to do things different today. Spirit, why is death in reverse here? May I see, please? Why is death in reverse here? May I see, please, why death is in reverse here? Because you had to sit back and relax. Sit back and relax. Okay, that's why death is in reverse. Because somebody had to sit back and relax. Oral love is in their future. Take it as it resonates. It could have just been you were taking it easy. Alright, why is the world here? Because tantrums are for babies. You want to go on a real fucking date, so you're just going to walk away and listen. Alright? Why is temperance here? Oh, there's a card turned over. It isn't personal either. Listen, it isn't personal. Okay, so death is here because you had to sit back and relax. It's over. The world is here because tantrums are for babies. Grow the fuck up. You want to go on a real fucking date. Smell good and get your sexy on. So you're just going to walk away. Have each other's back, but walk away. And listen, it isn't personal. This isn't personal. I just want to go on a real fucking date. Alright, and why is temperance here? Temperance is here because you're not being heard. Remember when it said listen? Temperance is here because whoever you're saying these things to, they are not listening. Alright, and why is the sun in reverse? Because it's time for shit to get real. It's time for shit to get real. It's time to get honest as fuck. Alright, and why is the High Priestess here? Because love can hurt like hell. Breathe through that shit. Fuck feelings. You have logic for a reason. It's time for anal. XYZ matter a little deeper and unplug. Turn it all off. It turns them on. So what you're not using your intuition about is that love can hurt like hell. Fuck your feelings. You have logic for a reason. It's time to be an asshole and unplug. Or you might be same sex and you're going to have anal. I don't know. Alright. And why is the wheel here? Because this is what you don't see coming. Oh, that flew out with force. Oh, that one did too. And it wasn't supposed to. Nothing happens by accident, my friends. Nothing happens by accident. Alright. The wheel is here because one of you has been doing too many fucking chores and that person better get laid now. It's not that serious. Laugh, fuckers. Don't let the bullshit make you bitter. And stop trying to control every damn thing. Let shit go. Don't be so extra. So the wheel is about to turn because somebody is doing too much. One of you is doing too much. And the other one's like, it's not that serious. And somebody's trying to control every damn thing. So the wheel is going to turn to show them how serious this can be. Because there's no hope, remember? Why is there no hope on the bottom of the deck? Because somebody's going to bare their soul. Trust Share your crazy ass dreams, wishes, and passions. There's no hope for somebody to bare their fucking soul. What do you mean there's no hope for them to bare their soul? We can't be all things and fucking say it. So somebody won't talk about how they feel. We can't be all things. If your ass needs help, ask for it, hire it, make it happen. And fucking say it. Resentment kills the magic. So there's no hope for somebody to say how they feel. That's why there's no hope. And then on the bottom of the deck is cook a fucking meal. So it's like this person expects you to do everything while they sit back. That's what's not changing, is they don't care. They just sit back and do whatever the hell they want. And fuck your job too. So maybe they work, and when they get off work, they come home and they work more. Or they sit in their lounge chair and they watch TV. But what there's no hope for is that somebody will sit back and relax. Sit back and relax. Oral love is in your future. In other words, sit back and relax a minute. I want to talk to you, but you're so busy working all the time. And what's over is I'm not throwing tantrums anymore. This arguing and fighting is over. There will be no more arguing and fighting and throwing tantrums. That's for children. We are not children. We're adults here. And I want to go on a real fucking date. I want to smell good and get my sexy on. So I'm just going to walk away, and you need to listen. It isn't personal. Listen, it isn't personal. You're not being heard. That's why temperance is here. Because you've been real patient with this asshole that would not listen to you. They wouldn't listen to you because they didn't think that what you were saying applied to them. They felt like that this is not all their fault. This isn't personal. It's not about me. It's not about me. You're not being heard, but it's not about me. And then what's making you unhappy is that it's time for shit to get real. Shit's about to get real, okay? And you're not using your intuition because love can hurt like hell. Fuck your feelings. It's time for anal, or it's time for somebody to be an asshole, and they're going to unplug. Somebody is going to unplug, to turn off their electronics. Maybe they work too much and they're going to finally turn off their computer. Or maybe they play video games. They're going to, whatever they do that they have to unplug, they're going to finally unplug. And you don't see that coming because you don't think this has anything to do with you, or whoever this is thinks it has nothing to do with you. And then the wheel is that one of you is doing too many chores, and it's not that serious. Stop trying to control every damn thing. So the universe is saying, I see that one of you are doing too much. I see that. And I see that the other one doesn't think it's that serious. Stop trying to control everything. The universe is fixing to take this in its hand. When the universe says stop trying to control every damn thing, the universe is fixing to control it for you. And the reason why there's no hope over here is because somebody is closed off and won't speak their feelings. They will not say how they feel. They keep their feelings bottled up. They don't like to feel vulnerable. We can't be all things. fucking just say it. The resentment kills the magic. And cook a fucking meal. So it's like this person is oblivious to the fact that there is even a problem in this relationship whatsoever. And you're in a cycle right now. You're in a yin cycle. You're in a feminine energy, which means right now you just need to sit back and absorb what is going on around you. Take it all in and realize that you, my dear, are the person who is wearing the key to this gate. And you may have been stuck outside this gate because of this person. You've been waiting for this person, hoping that they would come with you. But they don't belong in this gate. You belong in this gate. And then woman holding the heart in reverse, and the Archangel Gabriel, the throat chakra, is here with cornucopia and caring connections in reverse, and then envy. And there's a lot going on here. It looks like there's somebody that's about to get a divorce, to be honest with you. And what this is about right here, this yin cycle and you being at this gate, it's about your spirituality. It's about you being in leadership. It's about your real estate. And it's about somebody growing up. Could be that you have children and you might share a home with this person. And you're going to have to split those assets. Alright, Spirit, where do we go next? Let's pull some tarot on it, shall we? I love the tarot we used yesterday. I'm going to pull it again. This is called the Clarity Tarot. And today I'm going to choose to read it all in the upright. May I please see why death is here? Why is death here? Remember, it was about sitting back and relaxing. Why is death here, Spirit? May we see, please? All in the upright. Why is death here? The Six of Wands is what came out. I've never looked at these very goodly. The Six of Wands is a card of victory. The Six of Wands is a card of you've done something and you're getting your due rewards. You are being celebrated for your rewards, for your success. You've done something that deserves you deserve to be honored. The Six of Wands, if it's about love, it's a time of happiness and encouragement. If it's about money, it's well-deserved success. You are being noticed. So, what's death? Is that you're being noticed. Somebody is noticing you. Hello? Good morning. I'm good. How are you? Just woke up? Great. Okay. Sure. Okay. Okay. Yeah, that sounds good. The dog is barking because somebody's walking in the yard, but it's a friend of mine that's here. She's come to help me do some work. Come on in. Okay. I love you too, and I feel like we are on track here. I don't know, but we can talk about it when you get here. That'll be fine. All right? Thank you. Right. I agree. Okay, that sounds good. I appreciate your concern, and your mother's doing great. I haven't seen any problems with her at all. It is. It is a big job, and it gets even harder when it's the, oh, we'll talk about it later. Let's talk about it later. Yeah. Right. Thank you. Sounds good, Joe. I can't wait. I don't mean to be rude, but I gotta finish what I'm doing and then get Miss Mary up. So just give me a minute, okay?